Well, PK, I'll get to the big external issue first. I know you said you don't read the newspapers and that, so there have been reports linking you with the Sunderland job in recent days. So I guess I just ask, has Sunderland or somebody working on behalf of Sunderland reached out to you about their coaching vacancy?
No. I'm with Melbourne City, and I just got to worry about today's training, and that's it. Obviously, I didn't know about anything. A lot of people started ringing me about the scenario, but as it stands, I'm still the coach of Melbourne City and concentrating on today's training.
What's your approach to any potential offers? Would you want to see out the season with City, even if an offer came in, or just philosophically, what's your position on these sort of opportunities?
Look, I have a contract here, so I'm contracted, and I want to fulfil that contract. Whatever is in the background or whatever, I can't control that. So I don't worry too much about anything. All I worry about is trying to do my best here.
Would you maybe like to coach in Europe one day when you're not contracted to Melbourne City?
I think that's a different discussion. But at the moment, I am contracted, so it's again, I just concentrate on the things that I'm doing here.
Jamo just told us, PK, sorry to jump in, Joe. Jamo just told us that it's a massive job, and if you got offered it, you should take it. What do you make of your captain saying things like that?
Who said that?
Jamo.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him personally to see if he actually said that. Again, I'm just worried about here. Everything else is, not important. I just got to worry about, concentrating here and doing my best.
Brilliant.
On the subject of doing your best in training, you're training because you've got Perth Glory this weekend. Jamo said that he was expecting all your 4 Socceroos that were with Arnie most recently to be available for selection. Is that the case? And what's the status on Andy and Curtis as well, your other 2 Socceroos?
Yeah, so the boys have just come in, obviously, last night. We'll see how they go in training. And I'm talking about the 4 Socceroo boys that have been away. Andy's pulled up okay in training. But obviously, there's still some time left between now and the game. Curtis is improving. How available is he already? He is. I don't know. That will go on, obviously, medical and himself. But he's been training consistently this week. He got some minutes in on Sunday in the game that we organised. So look, he looks like he's improving. Is he ready, to be available on Sunday? I don't know. And again, we need to take his situation a bit different than everyone else.
And the new lad that's come in as well, Endo, your new signing, is he available to play against Perth Glory? And if he is, what sort of role do you foresee him having in your side?
I think he'll be maybe a couple of weeks. Again, I don't want to rush him again, So look, he'll be training like normal, like everyone else. When he's ready, maybe it could be a week, But look, I'm sure he could do a job now if we really wanted to. But again, we have to wait and see, and try and sort of ease him into sort of stuff here, in the right way. But again, in as quickly as possible for us as well.
He is an attacker based off his resume, and you've got a lot of those on the books now. Obviously, your Socceroos front 3, Marco Tilio, Kolakowski, Manuel Pucciarelli, and now him. How do you balance all of that when they're all healthy and they're all wanting to play games?
It's competition, and I think it's great for for our squad. It's healthy, but you say there's a lot of attackers, but then last week we have 1 or 2. So we know there's another World Cup qualifier coming in March. What happens then, I don't know. So we sort of need to always be prepared just in case something does happen like that again, and someone like him, Suba being available, it was a position that we wanted to take.
Manuel Pucciarelli has been struggling to get minutes as of late, has mostly been featuring off the bench outside of maybe the cup and the like. Is he struggling to adjust to Australian life and the fitness?
No.
Is he just being beaten out by others?
Yeah, look, I think there's a couple of things, in competition in our squad, for me, everyone's the same. It doesn't matter how good your resume is, you need to obviously perform in training. Two, it's time, same with Lecky, it takes time to understand what we want to do here and the game model. So, it's not just a flick of a switch, which it'd be nice, but it doesn't work like that, as we know. And it's trying to make it as easy as a transition as possible. So when called upon, there's no sort of hiccups. It's into it. And again, I'm not going to rush into decisions that the player won't excel. We're putting that decision in when he's ready, that we think, and he'll excel. So again, that decision is it's thinking a lot about other things as well.
Cool. Good for me. If anybody else wants to jump in.
Yeah, PK, I kind of asked Jamo about this as well, but I mean, it's a big month coming up. I think once you get through the next 2 games, then you've got like a stack of games to finish a month in about 2 weeks. How important is this month going to be for the sort of shape of the whole competition?
Yeah,
who comes through at the best?
Yeah, look, it's going to be, again, it's a challenge that we have to face, just due to, us, travelling away to Asia. What will happen that month, I can't really tell you, but, look, we're training hard, trying to prepare the best way we can, and after this week, I don't think there'll be, a lot of time to train. So, we need to prepare for this month as best as we can. And again, like you said, it is important. But for me, it's the preparation that goes into sort of now to prepare us for that month. That's the most important.
How about having, I guess, the experience in the last couple of weeks where you, as you say, you've had those Socceroos guys away, you've had to sort of use your squad a bit. How much do you think that's going to benefit you when those games do start coming to the pass, knowing that you've got players there who've had the run and shown what they can do?
Yeah, look, I think I've had to deal with 2 sort of different scenarios. Last week or the week before that against Central Coast, we had no defenders, and this week we had no attackers. So, look, as a coach, you've got to adapt and you try out, and I think the people that have actually played those games have done quite well. So it's good to see the players, when called upon, they can do a job obviously for themselves, but more importantly for the team. And that's why competition is so important again in our club or in our team, because you never know when you might get an opportunity.